Who can believe August is already here? July flew by at the DMR, and here are the reasons why. National Estuarine Research Reserve teachers, including ours from Grand Bay, gathered for continued Gulf of Mexico watershed education at the Apalachicola Near and the Mission Aransas Near in Rockport, Texas, where this giant crab sculpture photo was taken. Back home at our own Near, July's Adventure Quencher was all about planting native milkweeds for rare monarch butterflies. More than anything, we enjoyed y'all coming out, especially dressed in the spirit of the occasion. Also during July, NOAA scientists led Grand Bay Near researchers in industrial spill exercises. These 3-day drills better prepared us for disaster response by making us more knowledgeable about how wind and currents in the area could affect the movement of spilled chemicals. The 67th annual Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo, well, let's listen.
The crowd was great this year. We had a good turnout early. We had 2 records broken, one of which was sheephead and another was striped bass, and it beat the old record by 12 pounds.
We were specifically looking for the dolphin. We were tuna fishing, caught a bunch of little tuna, and then we saw this one on the grass patch. We were way out of the mouth of Mississippi. We were just fishing around the rigs, and he was underneath the grass patch.
Of course, we were there promoting the enhancement, protection, and conservation of your marine resources, and as always, enjoyed meeting you. July was the month of breaking news, too. Governor Phil Bryant was at DMR headquarters, along with Attorney General Jim Hood, for a press conference announcing the BP oil spill disaster settlement and admonishing representatives with fiscal responsibility. Shortly thereafter, Mississippi legislators announced they will begin introducing bills in January that will proportionally allocate project funds to areas most affected. In other breaking news, the Dow Jones reported a Pascagoula industry pled guilty to violating the Clean Water Act when it discharged pollutants near Bayou Casat. As part of that settlement, the 320 acres affected will be given to the Department of Marine Resources and will extend the area of the Grand Bay Near. We were happy this month to announce the state season for red snapper, now through October 31st, with required compliance reporting landings. We were also happy to reopen brown shrimp harvesting. Buying local seafood is so important. It's traceable, sustainable, regulated, and wild caught. Plus, it supports a way of life and our economy. That's the message our seafood marketing team took to Natchez Food and Wine Festival, July 24th through the 26th. That's also the spirit of the upcoming Great American Seafood Cook-Off, August 8th in New Orleans. Get your tickets and come show your support for Mississippi, which is represented by Starkville chef Ty Thames, who won first place in the local competition against 9 other top culinary talents from our state. As our lifelong outdoors men and women age, we all share the responsibility of ushering in a new generation of nature, recreation, and industry lovers so that we can sustain our way of life and culture of protection and conservation. Our Marine Patrol and Seafood Technology Bureaus were, as always, involved in that initiative this month. The Commission on Marine Resources meeting was routinely held on the 3rd Tuesday at DMR headquarters. The Commission approved 2 new state fishing records. Other highlights can be found on Twitter, or the transcript can be downloaded from our website. Those hit the high notes for July, but before we wrap it up, here are a couple more events coming up. August is the time to join the elite ranks of the Mississippi Habitat Stewards. New volunteer enrollment is open now, and classes start in September. That's all for July. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter in August.